follow juga. So nama saya Jessie. Company kita ni Cleantech Solutions. Kenapa Cleantech? Sebab company kita ni specialize untuk bawa semua green dan clean teknologi punya barang-barang daripada electrical machinery semua ni ke Malaysia. So that is why we are Cleantech Solutions. Jadi hari ini terima kasih ni Azmi, sebab dan Puan sebab what do you call this, invite kita datang lah untuk buat demo ni. Demo ni senang je. Biasanya kita tahu kan, kita boleh recycle apa? Plastik, paper, apa lagi? Kaca, kain, baju boleh upcycle semua kan. Tapi kita tak tahu sebenarnya food waste ni, sisa makanan yang biasa kita buang dalam tong sampah ni pun boleh di recycle. And bestnya kita boleh buat kat rumah je atau kat office je. Sebab biasanya kalau kita send macam plastik, kaca semua ni pergi kat recycling center, kita tak tahu sebenarnya recycling center tu buat apa dengan kaca, dengan plastik kita, betul tak? That's why biasa dia kata, oh mungkin export ke negara, another third world country ke. So yang tu kita tak tahu. Tapi confirm kalau food waste, kita proses, kita akan tahu apa dia punya end product. And the best thing is kita end product ni, as what Encik Azmi send out, boleh plant, grow plants, grow trees. Banyak kan pokok-pokok kat sini. Kat rumah-rumah pun banyak kan. Jadi that is the reason why we are here today. To show you that you do not need to throw the food waste to the garbage. Why? That is always a very important question. Betul tak? Kenapa kita nak buat ni? A lot of people don't know actually, bila food waste ni end up in a landfill, something very dangerous will happen. So let me share with you. Saya suka slide ni sebab dia grafik and dia senang. So biasanya when we throw our food waste to the landfill, landfill ni macam mana? Dia korek lubang, betul tak? Lepas dia korek lubang, dia letaklah semua sampah sarap dalam tu. Then what they do? Timbus balik. Betul. So bila dia timbus balik, ada oksigen tak? Tak ada. So bila tak ada oksigen, bakteria yang special ni, yang hidup dalam environment yang tak ada oksigen ni, dia akan makan organic food waste kita ni. Okay? Bila dia makan, dia akan keluarkan methane gas and also CO2. Tu yang sebabnya bila kalau landfill catch on fire, selalu kan kita tengok di news kan, berhari-hari, berminggu-minggu, kenapa api tu tak dapat dipadamkan? Sebab macam mana dia macam imagine tong gas yang ready made 24/7 tu tengah admit gas lagi tu. So bila ada open fire, spark je, nothing our fireman can do. Air macam mana lah, CO2 macam mana kita pakai pun tak ada gunanya. So that is why we shouldn't throw food waste into the landfill. Selain daripada gas yang dia keluar tu bahaya, yang boleh cause climate change ni, air, biasanya kalau let's say tong sampah kita kat luar tu 3-4 hari, masa Chinese New Year ke Raya tak ada orang collect kan, what will happen? Air tu keluar, betul tak? Sebenarnya air tu yang busuk, betul. Kita cuci macam mana pun tetap ada lagi that smell. So this leachate we call it, bila dia masuk dalam kita punya ground dengan kita punya river, pencemaran lah. So bukan sahaja dia emit gas untuk udara yang cause climate change, but at the same time kalau dia masuk dalam river ataupun tanah kita, it will also cause environment for our water. So you imagine just on food waste je. And just to share with you, dekat Malaysia ni, let's say lah dalam satu hari 100 kg sampah yang kita collect kan, rasa-rasanya berapa kg is food waste? Take a wild guess. 80%. 80%, very close. Alright. Almost 70 to 80% semua sisa. Kalau tak percaya, malam ni dah masak kan? Biasa kena buang sampah kan? Cuba tengok, buka dalam tu. What type of sampah yang kita sebenarnya cakap dalam tu? So you imagine every day kalau 70%, 365 days dah berapa dah? Betul tak? So kita tak boleh harapkan kita punya government or other people to do for us. So why don't we do it for ourselves? Right? So normally few things we can do to help combat food waste lah. Biasanya I always say we must reduce dulu. Kalau tak sempat habis ayam seekor, belilah peha 2-3 biji. Betul tak? Sekarang kan ada pergi NSK banyak kan? Ataupun kepak je. Jangan pula beli seekor walaupun murah sikit lah. Sebab ended up kita buang banyak. Okay, another example is sayur. Sayur pula, oh ni murah, 1 kg, RM2. Tapi manalah kalau seorang dua orang boleh habiskan 1 kg? Tak mungkin. Dan sayur tak boleh simpan, betul tak? Hari ni dia segar megah, besok dah layu dah. So normally I say reduce. If you cannot reduce, kita reuse. Sebagai contoh, let's say for example ayam tadi kita besar kan, kita dah potong-potong, tinggallah dia punya chicken breast ke ataupun dia carcass, bolehlah buat sup. Betul tak? Kita reuse, that is the meaning. Ataupun kalau ada leftover, kita masak rendang ke semua ni, kita frozen kan, nanti boleh masak lagi. So jangan waste. Kalau yang semua ni dah buat, kita dah reduce, kita dah reuse, masih ada lagi, kita recycle. Senang kan? Okay. So next I'm going to show you, bukan semua jenis makanan boleh diproses di rumah. Sebab yang ni mesin ni kecil. Kalau di industri tak ada hal, semua dia boleh masuk. But because this is a small one, tapi I rasa will at least cover 90% lah of our food waste at home. Contoh sisa yang kita boleh masuk dalam is very general lah, macam eggshell, nasi, mihun, semua yang kita leftover. This one in general, betul tak? Tulang ikan, tulang ayam, kalau let's say yang beli seekor ayam tu dah potong-potong, ada dia punya lemak-lemak semua tu, boleh juga masuk dalam ni untuk proses recycle. Yang tak boleh biasanya is kaca, plastik, metal, benda yang orang kata bukan organik lah. Itu confirm tak boleh masuk. Okay? Kalau let's say ada carcass, chicken carcass yang besar macam ni, sebab mesin ni kecil kan, tak boleh. Tapi I rasa for Malaysian jarang lah kita ada ayam macam ni. Confirm kita dah potong-potong buat rendang ke macam mana kan. So kalau let's say ada drumstick yang L shape ni pun sama. I rasa Malaysian tak akan tinggal satu drumstick. Confirm akan patahkan, makan semua. Betul tak? So that one is no problem. Tapi mana dah tahu, mungkin ada yang polite sikit, makan tinggal L je. Then L tak boleh masuk dalam. Why? Later I will show you, bila saya dah buka mesin, dia ada satu shaft. So takut nanti shaft tu tersangkut. Tapi kalau dah patahkan, dia jadi kecil macam tu, that is no problem. Okay. Kambing or the daging, lamb shank, what is it, the gearbox, yang tu tak boleh. Sebab kenapa? Dikeras. Kambing dengan daging ni, lembu ni dikeras sikit dia punya bones tu. So yang tu unfortunately tak apalah, yang 10% ni boleh buang dalam landfill. Tapi kita dah kurangkan 90%, betul tak? So the last one yang tak boleh is liquid. Kalau nak buat baja, kita kena kering. Ni baja dia. Semua daripada sisa yang kita biasa buang. Nanti saya pass over, you will see. So kalau let's say kita ada banyak sup-sup, kuah-kuah, sos-sos dengan minyak-minyak, susah dia nak jadi kering macam ni. Later I'll pass around, then you can see. Sebab soalan yang selalu saya tanya, JC busuk tak? Jangan percaya saya. Percayakan kompost. Nanti kita pass around, then you smell, tengok. Ada orang kata bau barbecue, ada kata bau nasi kandar, betul buat? Kita cuba nasi kandar kan? Dia terpulang lah kita letak dalam tu apa. Tapi in general, tak adalah busuk macam tai kambing, tai ayam semua tak adalah. Sebab yang ni food waste, dia tak busuk. But I'll pass it around later. Okay. So, last question, selalu orang tanya, JC, tisu ni kan biodegradable, betul tak? Kenapa kita tak boleh kompos? Sebab tisu ni biodegradable bukan dalam masa 24 jam. Mesin kita ni boleh proses recycle food waste dalam masa 24 jam je. So andai kata kita masak hari ni, pukul 5 kita masuk dalam mesin ni, besok pukul 5 dah ada baja. Best kan? Tak payahlah pergi nursery beli baja. So untuk tisu biasanya it will take at least 3 to 4 days dengan environment yang cantik. Baru dia akan orang kata bercerai. Right. Yeah. So tapi kalau let's say contohlah kita beli tisu ni letak dalam kocek kita ni, masuk dalam washing machine, keluar balik, satu lagi kan jumpa kan. That's why dia susah. Walaupun dia biodegradable, tapi dia susah nak untuk breakdown. So biasanya tak ada hal pun kalau termasuk tisu. Cuma nanti bila kita collect compost ni, nanti bos tengok, kenapa banyak broccoli, bukan broccoli, cauliflower. Ni soalan betul tau. Dia kata, JC, how come my compost got so many broccoli? I kata, cauliflower. Dia kata, where got cauliflower? Come from where the cauliflower should be already macam ni kan? I buka tengok, tisu. So nanti kalau kita letak balik dekat kita punya landscape, mungkin tak cantik lah pandang mata sebab banyak kan dia tisu-tisu tu. So I will advise that kita remove as much as possible. Tapi kalau ada what do you call this, kita tersilap masuk pun is okay. Dia tak akan damage kan. Cuma nanti you need to do another round lah of segregation, separation or whatever. Okay kan? Ada tak makanan yang biasa kita makan mungkin kat sini, kat luar, grab food ke, that I didn't cover, or you want to know what else you can recycle actually? Ada. Kalau ada expired biscuit, Raya Cina dah datang kan, confirm mesti ada banyak balang-balang biskut atau raya nanti. So if expired biskut, yes, boleh juga masuk dalam. As long as something that we can eat, then you can actually recycle it. Okay. Ada juga benda yang biasa kita tak makan, but actually also can be recycled as well inside this machine. Dry leaf. Kalau kita ada taman, laman ataupun what you call this, you got indoor plants yang dah layu kan, you can put inside and recycle together with the food waste, no problem. Dried flowers. Siapa yang kat rumah tu suka beli fresh flowers kat rumah, after 1 week dah tak boleh kan, then you can also put it in. And my favourite is actually ground coffee. I got ask me hari ni ada tak dekat sini, ada tak buat ground coffee semua, tapi unfortunately semua instant kan kat sini. Maybe from now onwards kita boleh tukar. Nanti ground coffee tu kita boleh what you call this, jadikan baja juga. So ground coffee is a very good fertilizer, high in nitrogen. Plants need nitrogen untuk jadikan dia warna hijau. Okay. Anything else yang saya missed out that you would like to know?
Tea leaf.
Very good. Yes, please. Awesome. Same as coffee, ground coffee. Dia cik.
Kulit durian.
Untuk ni tak boleh lah cik. Hai. Tapi kalau let's say kita ada yang commercial, because actually this is our smallest. Okay, kita ada lagi commercial yang 100 kg onwards tu. Dia datang siap dengan crusher lagi. Jangan kata durian. Dia bawa roast lamb yang satu tu masuk je, no problem. Sebab dia siap dengan crusher lagi. But because MTC for now, I understand is only for office usage. Saya rasa kalau pasal durian tu, bagi baliklah dengan environment kita ni. Tak boleh lagi. Okay, so all the yang hard macam avocado. I'm not sure if you will bring avocado to work or not, but if you do, unfortunately cannot avocado punya seed tu because it's a bit hard. Mango seed also cannot. That's why I say those are the 10% lah yang tak boleh. Tapi I rasa dah okay dah. At least we are doing something for the environment. Okay. Any others? If you have, I also get a question last week from AstraZeneca. It's also one of our customer. What about expired rice? Tapi saya harap tak ada lah. Ada sampai rice expired tak makan. But if ada, boleh je masuk dalam tu. Cuma I will advise, kalau let's say you have 5 kg of expired rice, if lah. Jangan pula masuk 5 kg dalam sekali. Because our capacity is only 2 kg per day. So maybe we do a bit lah. Mungkin 500 gram, campur dengan benda-benda lain sekali. The best compost is if you have a variety of food waste. Fruits, vegetable, meat, bones, coffee, tea, that is the best. Macam manusia lah, kalau kita makan satu jenis je, tak dapat nutrient. So the best is always get all. Then that's the best. Okay? Any other food that I might have missed out? No? Clear, right?
Kalau fruits punya skin like outside.
Boleh. Okay. So for fruit skin, it depends. Kalau let's say takat, for example, apple, pear, guava yang kita dah what you call this peel kan, that one is no problem. But for orange, limau, pomelo, sebab raya dah datang kan, pomelo the big one, that one we need a little bit of help from you. Just potong kecil sikit, sebab dia keras. So let's say for example rambutan also the same. Just make it smaller into smaller pieces. But in general, soft skin like cucumber, carrot, apple, pear, semua tak ada masalah. Cuma yang tebal sikit lah, that one will normally have a little bit of problem. But it will not damage the machine. Cuma nanti dah keluar kata, Jessie, kenapa masih lagi macam limau? Tapi dah brown colour punya limau lah. Sebab dia too hard. But it's okay, don't worry, because later when you put back on the ground, nanti the soil, the microorganism at the soil tu dia akan continue to decompose. So sooner or later dah tak nampak dah bones. Sebab yang ni tak ada crusher kan. So bila dia dah keluar compose, dia akan jadi kering, dah jadi macam baja. So you just letak je dekat tanah. Tikus ke kucing ke confirm tak akan makan. Sebab dah tak ada, bukan ayam dah. Later I pass around, then you will know. Boleh? Good. Any other fruits or food that I didn't cover? I think I should cover all that. Okay, kalau tak ada, let's find out how the machine work. Boleh? Saya tengok ada yang sejuk kan? Jom, come. In front. Say 2 kg means every time process, dia can take up to 2 kg per day. So if let's say, I get a lot of questions, Jessie, my household don't have so much waste. Mungkin paling maksimum pun 500 gram or 1 kg. Takkan I nak run Betul tak? Because you waste electricity kan. So, two options. If you want to run, no problem. Just leave it on. Just top up saja. But if you are like me, sikit je. Sebab seorang kan, single, tak ada banyak sisa. So, what I do is normally I keep my food waste in a Tupperware. Because kalau let's say sisa tu dah busuk or basi, it's fine because it's only for the plant, not for consumption kan. So normally what I will advise is you just open one box, a Tupperware box, then you keep, then you put inside the fridge. Jangan freezing, bawa je. Then once a week, every Saturday is my compost day. So every Saturday I will run the machine. Sunday dah siap dah. Then next week I continue again and continue again. You can do that. And the electricity consumption is very very low. One day 2 kg, 1 ringgit. Paling banyak pun 2 ringgit. Because it depends on what type of food. Kalau let's say your food is a little bit wet, the heater will work a bit overtime lah. Tapi if let's say you do your segregation properly, like what I mentioned, yang kuah-kuah, oil, all this you already segregate properly, normally 1 ringgit to 150 like that. Counting, settle. Senang kan? And the best thing is, dalam machine ni, this is a dummy machine I call it. Why? Ada satu button untuk on je. After you on already, you don't need to do anything. Dia magic. From your sisa makanan that you throw, you will become. Senang. How you do it is also very simple. Even a 3-year-old can do it. Tapi jangan a 3-year-old. Any accidental, I cannot guarantee lah. Okay. So once you have segregated your sisa-sisa tadi kan, what you need to do is open up.
Here. So that is agak-agak how
The maximum.
Yeah.
Because if I ask you to weigh your food waste every time, very mahuan, right? No need. So very simple. Dia ni tak ada minimum kan. Tapi ada maximum saja. That's why I say, if let's say you only have 100 gram, katalah contoh lah, betul. Tapi kalau nak run juga tak ada hal, dia akan jalan, nanti dia dah kering, dia akan stop lah. Once it reaches the 24 hours, it's ready. That's it.
But if you keep on topping up, then how?
It's okay. It will just run, continue to run until your compost is full. Then you need to remove it. It's like our stomach lah. Dah full, we need to output. Baru boleh input. Okay, very good question. So before I come to that, I will tell you how to do it first. So once your sisa makanan, sabar ya, okay, sabar. So once you have collected all your food waste kan, then you open, you put inside. Okay, like what this madam said is absolutely correct. Takkan saya nak weigh my food waste every single time, tak ada pun. So an indication on full is what? You see the highest point of the shaft. Highest point of the shaft kan, sini kan. So kalau let's say sisa tu dah penuh, that is a general indication lah. Then you should stop. Keep the rest for other days pula. Lepas dah letak kan, tutup. On the machine. Ni ada power. Okay, let me check first ada power tak. Oh dah, sorry. Technical. Tak perlu tak perlu. This is the material. This one perlu. Tapi I just want to demo first. Demo ni kena letak. Biasanya kalau let's say dah buka kan, kena letak dulu. Then baru tutup. Betul, tapi for demo purposes I lazy lah nanti lah.
For demo purposes
Demo purposes je, jangan. Tapi biasa mesti. Kalau tak, nanti kan dia tak panas. So for this composting machine to work, dia ada 3 benda. The first one that is most important is composting need oxygen. Remember what I said, if don't have oxygen, apa akan terjadi? Bukan cannot compose. A different type of compost yang akan terjadi. The bacteria yang tak perlu makan, yang tak perlu oksigen tu will eat and release apa gas. Betul, methane. So that's why we need oxygen. So how we take oxygen is, nampak tak shaft kita berputar-putar. So every time the shaft berputar-putar tu, there's a blower. Will akan suck in oxygen masuk. So you will go forward 5 minutes, stop. 5 minutes. Reverse 5 minutes, stop 5 minutes. All these are automatically done. And there is a safety sensor that built in. So for example, kalau kita dah lift up, it will stop for safety purposes. But you can see, it's still running. Still vibration. Okay?
Is it okay ke? Sebab since our staff tu macam ramai, so benda ni macam buka tutup banyak kali.
Buka tutup banyak kali, no problem. Tapi jangan buka, letak makanan, tutup. Buka, letak makanan, tutup. That cannot.
Betul, lunch hour mesti macam tu.
Betul, that is why. Thank you, Puan.
Tak nak tempoh kan?
Kita minta Kak host tolong.
Bekas.
Yeah. So I share with you how one of our other customers, Stanchart.
Huh?
So Stanchart, macam
Composter speak.
AstraZeneca, what they do is they have a collection point, like what Puan said. So every time you tapau already, your Grab food ke, tapau from home ke, bekal ke, macam mana ke, you collect at one specific section dulu. Call it a food waste collection lah, contoh lah. So after that, let's say kita start processing every day pukul 4. So by pukul 4, the person in charge katakan is the cleaner lah. Akak cleaner tu will take it, check one last time, mungkin ada sudu ke, gapu ke, whatever kan. Before put in, check one last time. Lepas tu akak will then take and put. Done. So for you, it's seamless. For your side, you only need to help us to asingkan saja. Benda organic and non-organic. That's it. And then the next day 24 hours, kalau dah penuh, the compost already nice, akak tu akan keluarkan, then keep it. As long as you keep it dry, you can keep it for months and months and months. This one I think dah 6 bulan. Don't worry. Tak poisonous, janji.
Dia makin lama makin bagus ke ataupun sama je?
Makin lama makin bagus. Kenapa? Sebab bakteria dah stabilize. Betul.
Tapi as apa ni? Yang siap kompos, kita terus gunalah.
Kalau boleh, let it rest for 1 to 2 weeks dulu. Then baru guna. Sebab bila kompos baru keluar, dia masih aktif. So bila dia aktif, dia masih lagi tak ada banyak nutrient. So bila dia dah 1 to 2 weeks, we call it curing lah. Dia dah cure, dia dah relax, macam tu kita baru pakai, dia terbaik lah masa tu. Senang, semua mesin senang. Jadi sama cara kita masuk, sama juga cara kita ambil keluar. Ya, betul. Ya, betul. Just scoop, alright. Just scoop. Just scoop je. Ya, betul. Just scoop. Dia ada yang kecil juga. Mungkin saya rasa yang ni yang sampai 10 tahun pun tak boleh ambil keluar lah. Tak payahlah saya rasa. So ambil yang ni. Biasanya kalau untuk saya yang jenis kencang punya, ambil dia tangan.
Dia buat facial kan?
Boleh. Mud facial. Scrub betul. Yes. Dia ada different colour tu. Pandai lah Puan. That's why I purposely take two different colour. Kenapa? Because different type of food waste yang kita masuk dalam tu will give you different type of colour. Tapi sebenarnya tak ada apa. Sama je betul. Because some of the food waste like vegetable, dia kalau banyak vegetable dia jadi hitam sikit. Macam biasa kita vegetable kita dah masak tapi dah lama stay kat sana dia akan jadi hitam sikit kan. Biasa je. Kalau yang bawah tu biasa is all the nasi, mi, benda-benda yang kita dah masak. Biasanya dia akan jadi warna ni. Tapi colour is not a problem. Most important ialah kita tak nak buang dalam tong sampah. Itu je. Supaya tak ada.
This one dia belum really fine grind. Kita boleh masuk balik.
Dia boleh masuk balik tapi because why is this is a small machine, right? Tak ada crusher. So no matter how, benda yang high fiber, this is lemongrass by the way. Lemongrass or the pandan leaf or the pandana. Hari tu I went for nasi lemak, so I letak lah daun pisang kan. Daun pisang fiber things lah. It's a bit hard to digest. To be a bit more scientific, it's exactly like our stomach. Kalau kita makan jagung, makan je. Thank you Azmi. Betul. Because our stomach pun cannot digest high fiber. That's why kalau kita tengok ladang kelapa sawit, all those things kan, lama-lama pun kelapa sawit punya lidi tu masih ada kat sana, betul tak? But once we put back in the soil, nanti lama-lama dia akan hancur.
Meaning like jagung punya batang tu
Tu tak boleh, sebab keras, betul.
makan kita.
Tu boleh, tapi kecilkan sikit. Normally kita dah masak pun betul. Betul.
Carrot
Kena potong. So let's say for example another one macam lemongrass. Biasa kita pun masak macam ni kan. So what I will do is I will just
Plastik
kat
macam
sini, dia banyak-banyak lapis kan. Buka tu dan masukkan. Betul tak? So dia tak kisah pun dia besar ke, keras ke, sebab dia dah kering. So dia boleh keep for many months.
What is the NPK?
NPK, when we kan, very valid question. So a lot of misconception. Actually, when we do compost, it's not so much for NPK because this is not fertilizer. Okay, so compost actually we don't look so much on NPK, but it does have. Based on our last few test report that we do, very low, maybe 3 nitrogen, phosphate and potassium 1 and 1, sometimes less than 1. So confirm tak boleh fight dengan yang kat luar 555, 888. Wah, that one confirm cannot lah. That one is chemical already, right? So because for food waste, what we are doing for compost kan is actually nutrient for the soil. Betul. Sebab tu yang selalu kata kan dekat kampung kata, tanah kita tak subur. Betul. Kita letak macam mana banyak baja pun kenapa tak subur-subur? It's because the soil already damaged. It doesn't have any, this is what we call organic matters.
Effective microbe use.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. This is what we use. Wah, kira lah madam ni. Yes. Are you a gardener? Ah, no wonder. Tu saya selalu kena standby lah. Ada nanti kan. Tahu tak apa. So yes, we use EM to help speed up the composting because actually all this EM it can be found on our environment. Don't need to, but it's because this one is on the machine. We start it up. Only need to use one time only. Then after that, every time we feed the microorganism, dia akan membiak lah. Nanti dia jadi satu kampung. Dari satu kampung mungkin jadi satu negara lah macam tu lah. That's why whenever we remove the compost, we don't remove all. You only remove 80%. The remaining 20%, kampung tu kena make sure standby kat
It's
sana.
something like yeast lah.
Yes, you're right. You know you do sourdough bread, they always say mesti ada dia punya mother. Mother dia mesti kat sana. Dan dia akan membiak anak-anak dia, we take the anak-anak do the sourdough. So same like this as well. So as long as you feed it, you shouldn't be problem. It can last up to 3 months, 4 months if you don't feed it lah. Sampai let's say 3-4 bulan tu okay. Tapi normally I will advise because your number one, your office not much waste. I ask Azmi just now, ada langsung tak ada, bekas je ada kan. So if let's say dah sampai 1 bulan tak pakai mesin ni, I will top up some of the EM for you to start back up.
EM tu apa?
Effective microbe.
It's microbes lah sebenarnya. And all these microbes buatan Malaysia. Kita ambil je tanah-tanah. Sebab dia macam, even if let's say you don't use machine, kita letak telur ke, letak any vegetable, kita letak macam like orang kampung letak dekat pasu kan. Lama kelamaan dia akan hilang kan. Macam mana? From the soil. The microbes from the soil. Dia akan break down. Bila the microbes break down the organic matters, then it become nutrient to the plant. That's where your NPK comes in. So this one, although it has, but it's very low. It's just to support. But more importantly, is the organic matters that feed your soil. Itu yang jadikan tanah subur. Kalau tak, if we just put on chemical fertilizer, eventually kan tanah kita
Tak ada cacing tanah.
yes, it's true. Betul.
Betul kan?
If your tanah got no cacing tanah, maksudnya
The gardener
botanist. Ya,
is tak subur.
betul. Cacing pun tak nak kak. Tahu tak apa. So that's why kalau saya nampak ada banyak semut, ada banyak cacing, ada banyak ulat-ulat semua dekat garden saya, I love it. Because that means my garden is healthy. My garden is working. That's why kalau dekat office ni
Ada banyak semut.
semut tak apa. Tapi janji jangan tengok depends on what type of semut lah. Jangan anai-anai je. Dekat tanah, dekat kita punya garden pun ada anai-anai tau. Dia lain daripada anai-anai yang dekat rumah. Dia pun ada anai-anai yang attack our trees. Tu dan tak boleh lah. Tapi biasanya cacing.
Banyak semut ni.
Oh, cacing I mesti lagi. The first I will run away first.
Really? Don't run away kak. Itu dia tak apa. Jadi dia lagi takut dengan kak sebenarnya. Sebab bayangkan dia tu setakat macam tu je.
Takut. It's not like you takut dengan
Anjing.
harimau,
Oh.
tapi you geli.
Oh betul.
Takut and gelis is two different things.
I see. Never mind, akak just run far away.
The
He's doing his
better,
job.
the better. I lagi happy when ada fat punya cacing. I happy.
I nampak yang macam benar ada lagi lah. I ask my son to settle it.
Betul? But it's a good thing. That means your, what you call this, your garden is very healthy. Like all the caterpillars all these, don't kill them. Without caterpillar, don't have butterfly. Without butterfly, you don't have fruits. Isn't it? So let it lah, eat lah the leaf. Nanti dia akan grow balik. Tak ada hal. Okay? Easy kan? To use. Very simple to use.
How much is it?
3,000. Yes. You don't get the rebate per se, but it's a tax incentive lah. Deduction.
Deduction. How much?
It depends on where is your cap of your salary income. So when you put in like your EE form, right? So if let's say you're at 24% cap, then you get 24% off of 2,500.
Under which category deduction?
I think it's personal, if I'm not mistaken. Personal or lifestyle. Because this they just release this.
Oh, so this year we can.
You're right. You have the next 3 years. Kan, Cik Mi?
Next 3 years.
So if you buy this year, 2025, then you can
For next year lah.
2025?
Deduction next year lah. I mean the tax will be next year what?
You do next year.
Next
For
year.
you do on 2026, but tax exemption is for 2025.
Yeah.
So you buy this year, you get this year lah. Easy to
But
say.
started this year ke or last year?
Started this year, 2025. So rather than you throw rubbish, boleh invest.
So if this is what, then call
For us,
you kat cawangan kat mana?
our cawangan is at Klang.
Only ya?
Yeah, but we go home Malaysia lah. You planning to send one back to Ipoh?
Roman Seremban.
Seremban, nearby lah. We do everywhere, all the way to Singapore also. Because this machine is very durable. 1 year only. If used properly, I got customer in Singapore, 3 years only one time. I changed the UV light. Because the UV light is used for nyap one. To kill the, let's say, the bad odor. Yeah.
So, masa dia
Process.
proses tu, yes,
Ada bau tak?
ada bau tak?
Okay, so good question. Rasa-rasanya bila kita buat composting ni ada bau tak? Saya kata kan, kalau the chef or you and me can cook the food no smell, composting no smell. Chef always ask me, hey Jessie, later composting got bau, no busuk. I say, chef, you can cook your sambal belacan, your petai, your nasi goreng, all this, tak ada curry, tak ada bau kan? Confirm my composting also tak ada bau. Will have some smell. Why? Because remember we use heating. So masa dia process heating tu, it's actually heating up your food waste, your food. So there will be macam nasi kandar. If you have nasi kandar, if you have bread, you will smell some bread smell. Nasi ke, mi ke, all these are quite common lah. Tapi confirm dia bukan bau macam dekat sampah. Dia bukan sour macam yang sampah hari ni. Ada di sana?
So 2 kilos sama how many grams of this?
Very good question. 2 kg, say 1 kg lah, easier lah. My math not so good. 1 kg you get back about 100 to 200 grams.
10% lah.
10 to 20%. Sikit je. Yang ni saya kumpul lama tau pakai mesin ni. Sebab saya pun tak makan banyak punya. So yeah, a long time. So at least easy lah untuk collect. Boleh letak. So make sure dia dah kering baru letak dalam tong lah. Kalau tak nanti dia jadi basah balik. So last question. How do I use the compost? Betul tak?
Yeah.
So you can now sit back. My last slide.
Your effective microbe
Yes. We already mixed it so that it's easier to start up with some sawdust. But essentially it's look exactly like sawdust. Yeah. So normally once you have this, you will see the fruit breakdowns very fast. Okay, last question, last slide. How do I use the compost? Because compost is a little bit salty, a little bit oily. Kenapa? Because Malaysian food kan. So I would normally say when you first start to use your organic compost, you mix it first. We call it dilution. Kita maksudnya bukan cair kan, how to say dilute lah. Like kita dilute it lah, not so strong. Reason is I don't know about your plant. I takut nanti you have a 10,000 ringgit punya bonsai at your place lah, nanti habis lah. You come and look for me, tak ada guarantee. So normally I would say you take 1 part compost, 1 bahagian compost campur dengan 10 bahagian tanah, normal tanah. Or if you have a pot, just take some of your pot punya soil, mix dengan compost, then letak balik. After 2 weeks, you test for 2 weeks. Kalau subur, okay, then you can increase your compost, reduce your soil. So you find the right ratio lah. For this one normally for potted plant, I would say use this. If let's say you have pokok buah or outside tree, big one, then what you can do is you can put in straight. Okay, so around the pasu, you just or around the tree bark, around the tree trunk kan, you just korek a lubang, letak kompos dalam tu, then tutup balik. Kenapa nak tutup balik? Dekat Malaysia ni hujan kan lebat gila sometimes. If kita just taruh macam ni, 1 hari 1 time raining saja, habislah kompos kita. Pokok tak dapat, nanti lalang-lalang semua yang dapat. So I always say protect your compost. And how you protect it? Garis 1 lubang, tepi dia, letak baja dalam tu, tutup balik. Then we make sure that the compost will be for the tree, bukan untuk lalang-lalang, tepi-tepi jalan. Habislah kita punya compost. Senang kan? Yeah. So the last one is, kalau let's say you have excess of a compost, what can you do? You can actually keep it like what I do. Okay. Today, I come here, I transport, so I close it supaya dia tak spill over. But for at home, normally I would say don't close it. Why? Because it is organic. So organic means it's alive. Sebab ada lagi bakteria dalam tu, betul tak? So if you close it, later nanti buat air will come out. So I always just leave it like that. But I always say that after 1 to 2 weeks, just use it. Tabur je. Don't simpan banyak-banyak. Nanti kan jadi problem pula dekat rumah. Banyak benda pula nak store kan. For office, how can you use it? Because we're planning to have a demo. I will leave this machine here for you guys to use for 2 weeks. So let's see how much you can get. Kalau kat rumah tu ada benda-benda yang dah expired kan, bolehlah bawa sini try. So I can then help you see how much food waste you guys generate for 2 weeks before Chinese New Year. And the best thing is, for every kg of food waste that you don't throw to the dustbin kan, kita dah jimat, kita dah avoid 2.5 kg of CO2. We always talk about CO2 reduction kan. Dengan mesin ni je kita dah boleh reduce dah. 1 kg of sisa makanan, you reduce about 2.5 kg of CO2. So I can help you calculate at the end of the day. So bring your food waste, make sure you tapau kan, buat betul-betul. Then later I calculate for you. How much MTC have already reduced within just 2 weeks of the CO2. Okay? Then what else can you do with this? If let's say you're using it for your company, right? You can donate it back to the staff. Building landscape. I know sini ada uncle landscape kan? Boleh je bagi balik dengan uncle landscape. Another day, another customer, J-Land, Johor, J-Land, dia ada 20 unit, they take each floor they have 1 unit. So every month they will do a compost day. So at stand chart pun sama juga, dia ada 6 biji stand chart for their pantry usage. So every month dia ada compost day. So BYOB, bring your own bottle, then you ambil lah, you punya compost. Another one that we also do is CSR projects. One of our customers actually donate it to the community. Sekarang ada banyak kan kebun community. So one of our customers is actually Astro. Tapi Astro punya landscape tak banyak. Like here lah, building je besar tapi landscape tak banyak. So they actually donate their compost to the nearby kebun community. So kebun community tak orang collect. So that's also part of the, we call it the social governance CSR project. Also can be one of it. Yeah. So many things you can do lah with the food waste. Janji, don't throw into the landfill. That's all. Best kan? So kau nak ambil berapa?
Boleh scan QR.
Boleh scan QR kan? Yeah, alright. So I will leave it here for 2 weeks. Kita letak di
Pantry level
18, level 18. So pantry level 18. So the rest yang kalau ada sisa makanan in 19, 20, 21, kalau rajin lah boleh lah bawa. Yang kita ada baja boleh bawa di rumah mah. Right now you can try at home later, see effective or not. This one, I think saya letak kat sini lah, siapa nak boleh ambil. Give it to you. Or better is make your own compost. Betul-betul. Kalau tak nanti tak motivated. Okay. Make your own compost. Motivated kan sekarang? Ada baju kan banyak tu. So just make sure nanti I will go through one more time with your cleaner. So how to use it, how to store it semua.
My cleaner dah balik dah.
Dah balik dah?
Tapi apa yang dia explain I dengan Fahad nanti I explain balik.
Boleh. Senang je buka tutup, that's all. Okay? So I've come to the end of the demo. Clear kan? Senang je. This one very quick, straightforward. So all the best. I hope you have a lot of combos. Nanti 2 minggu sebelum Chinese New Year I come, I collect, I'll weigh for you. Then we can see how much food waste you have managed to collect. Boleh? So I'll see you in 2 weeks time. Betul? 2 weeks.
27.
Tak lah, 27 dah balik kampung.
Ah, ya.
24 I think. 24 ke 25?
24.
Nantilah. Thanks, I pass it back to you.
Okay. Thank you JC for Cleantech Solution. So in case siapa-siapa yang nak saya purchase untuk dia punya home, boleh scan QR. So di sini kita akan JC baik hati tinggalkan tempat kita untuk 2 minggu untuk kita testing. So kalau okey nanti kita akan minta approval, suruh bos belilah.
Tak ada apa-apa.
Kita akan maybe akan propose untuk leasing sajalah. So kita boleh sewa setahun, minimum setahun.
Oh, sewa ah?
Company boleh sewa, minimum setahun.
Minimum. So how much you sewa? How much you sewa?
Kita bayar mandi lah.
How much?
Berapa JC lupa lah.
But for sewa is only for corporate, not open for personal.
I know. But how much you sewa?
Boleh ya?
Boleh.
150.
Including
One
maintenance.
Yeah.
Oh, including.
Yes, correct.
Then for personal, you have installment.
Unfortunately, no. But if you can go to our Shopee shop, Shopee chat, then there they can have the 6 months
Escalated.
free interest. You can go on our Shopee shop, then you can get 6 months installment free. But for us because we are not, a bit difficult for us to give installment to personal, because there's a lot of little restriction lah, finance lah, nanti penting lah. So better.
How much is the charges each time, like for personal basis, they give you a call to come over and clean?
So normally, when we come, definitely there will be spare parts. We only charge you for spare part. Like for example, the UV light, we only charge 50 ringgit. Come and change the UV light because we need to open it up. But if let's say there's a heater problem or the shaft problem, but then we need to see lah, case by case basis lah. Normally it ranges from 50 to 100 lah per year. You can estimate lah. Betul, correct. Because this machine hardly spoil.
Warranty?
12 months upon delivery.
To Seremban, is it free?
No problem.
The maintenance also.
Yes. We just change the spare part only. Oh, tai lah, confirm tai. Berbaloi maksudnya tai. Ya.
Tempat tak ada branch kat mana?
Tak ada. Sebab kita base kat sini je. Because to be honest, I'm very confident with our product. Hardly will break down. That's why in Singapore also I got 2 units. No problem.
How many years? When did you launch this product?
5 years ago. Correct. Our company is 10 years old, but this one is only 5 years because recently only we bring in such technology because we see more and more people are going towards the green lah, ESG lah, a lot of people doing. So for the last 5 years, our longest running unit, this one, 4 years. No problem.
If you want, can carry that to me also can.
Can. I can deliver to you also, no problem. At the same time, I can go eat Seremban good food. No worries lah. Sabah Sarawak also. Last year we deliver one to Sabah, Tawau. Oh, masuk sana memang jungle. It's for a resort. Just to get to the resort take 2.5 hours. So nak pergi to deliver one machine. Their machine is bigger lah, of course. We need to do 3 days 2 nights. Tapi resort dia memang cantik. Oh, best, worth it lah. But it's very very far. No problem. So your Seremban is sub-soy. Understand? Sub-soy. Bagus lah. Satu Malaysia kan bagus. Semua dia faham. Now, never mind. You can take it offline later. That one. Yeah. Okay. So, jom, Azmi, we go down and install. So anyone that interested later want to find out more, you can come down to the pantry level 18. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.